This war of mine was created more than 7 years ago. It was first released for computer, PC, Mac I believe, in November 2014. I'm going to continue my game. It's come a long way. When it first came in, obviously there were no children in it. There was a lot of initial updates that changed things here and there. And it's become this overwhelming, what's the word? Gives a feeling of completeness now. Hence why the complete saga was released, I believe, a couple of years ago. Back in 3 years ago, I think, actually, because I think it was released in 2018. Now, let's quickly set up some food. For those of you who are joining now, this is This War of Mine. I've done so many videos on it. If you need to know the rules or anything like that, please do look back on the old videos on this channel. There are so many of them. I've done series on the longest game, the hardest game, solo games, children games, all that sort of stuff. I do apologise, it seems to be a bit laggy today, not getting us top frame rates. So, the main body of this game boils down to surviving the night and surviving the day. Surviving the day is mostly trying to get enough food to feed everybody. Thankfully, we have enough at the moment. We've found some food while we were out scavenging last night. Please go check out the last video if you have not seen that one. But we also need to get this more water set up. This is the big problem. Is eventually you need to be able to collect rainwater, which is quite easy, but eventually you have to make filters and have it set up and remember to do it every day. Eventually during the day it becomes this like well-oiled machine, which is quite cool, but yes. Anyway, it sounds as if we've got our good cook, who is also pregnant, which I'm very interested to see what's going to happen there. But yeah, she is starting to cook. We've got Zlata, who is hungry and tired, so we'll be happy to do some of the extra bits. But first things first, let's see if I have enough of materials to make myself a rainwater collector. It'll be quite a novel experience. This is starting to come back to me now. Yes, we do. I should probably also get a second bed. How much wood? I need a bit more wood if I'm going to make both, but I think a rainwater collector is a bit more of a pressing issue right now. I normally like to put these on the top of the house because it just makes a bit more sense for my brain, logistically. If we're collecting water, we collect it up there, not in the basement. Ooh, yes, ready to eat. So, yes, to eat, you just pretty much click here, and then they will go and do so. This person, who is Marko, I believe, yeah, Marko needs to sleep because he went out scavenging for me last night, which was very good for him. Good on him for doing that, but yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one to balance who needs to stay awake and who needs to go to bed. Livia's going to go and jump off and get some tools made, I hope. This is an entirely very important thing, is trying to make tools. If you see in here, we need 10 scrap to make one of these, some weapon parts to make an axe, and more of these components to make a shovel. We do, however, have enough to make a lockpick. I'm debating whether that's worthwhile because we do have some locked places which could be very useful if a trader comes along. Every so often, a trader will come along, and they are the sort they come along with like supplies, resources, and they're the main ways you can get certain items in the game. I'm going to go for this. It may be a really bad gamble to pay off, but you know what? That's all I can do. I can just gamble and see what's going to happen. Shouldn't be too hard though for this to work. So if I now click on here, up here, now that this is done, see, I need a filter to make, and it takes 4 hours. No, it takes half an hour to set it up, and then 5 hours for the water to collect. You get 4 out of it. So if Zlata runs down here, I may not have enough for today, but I do think I have enough water to see me by. Actually, Zlata, Zlata, eat. I forgot about that. I forgot that we still need to make sure everyone else is actually eating and they don't just do it automatically. Once Marko's woken up, I will send Zlata to sleep, and then we can kind of have this 3-way rotational system for the bed. This is the sort of thing that war does, I guess, being able to having to share your bed with other people. But yes, hopefully there'll be something nice in here. I'm thinking more like diamonds or books and things. Here we go, Livia. Perfect. Bandages, some more books, some more fuel. all of this sounds great. The only other thing I'm debating getting is I did see that you could make a knife, although I'm not sure if I have enough to make a knife now, which is disappointing because it's one of the bigger things to make. Because the issue, as I said last time, is that we're going to get raided. And being raided is not a fun experience, yeah. I have nothing for anything. Because they will come and they will forcefully take a lot of things. Specifically... No, I don't have enough. Okay, Slatter, I'm sorry, but for now you can just break your way through that, I think. And we will just wait a bit to see when... Oh no, there we go, actually, perfectly timing. You can go and jump in there. Most of the days at the beginning, you don't actually spend the entire day doing anything. But sorry for this frame rate drops. I'm not really running anything too exciting at the same time. Marko? Yeah, Marko, go eat. Yeah, it's not the nicest, but yeah. On the slight topic of also this channel in general, videos and whatnot, do give me some suggestions down below to see if you have any ideas for what you'd like to do, would like to see me do. Because obviously I've done other games in the past, did a little bit of Fallout, did a little bit of Minecraft probably the big one. But yeah, it's a mix and match in the past, and I'm more than happy to have a go at some other stuff. Give me a moment, I'm going to see if I can fix this issue. Maybe it will stop the recording, maybe it won't. I'm just going to quickly jump off and see if I can fix these frame rate issues. Okay, it seems as if we got slightly higher now. That's a bit better. Anyway. I can't see anybody coming to the door yet, so I'm going to say that this is pretty much it for now. Yeah, so if you want to end the day, as I've said last time, just click end day, and you'll find that it jumps. Zlata's now well rested, which means she can guard again. Marko is well rested, he can go out and scavenge. And then you've got all these bits and pieces. We do have now, there's a supermarket, which appears to be dangerous. We have St. Mary's Church, where I could get some trades on, but apparently there is some danger here. If I remember correctly from my last playthroughs, there is a particular scenario here that can be useful if I were to have some materials. I may be able to jump in there, and I don't know, because I think there was something that happens only the first time you get there, and it gives you the ability to get something really good. If I have, say, a weapon of some description, which I don't have. I don't want to go to the quiet house because that's really just a nice family. There is a lot of materials. I may be able to get some stuff from the church without enwrathing anyone's bad side too much. See, I don't have anything really to take. I'm good for food for one more day. I could do with getting some water, but mostly I just need wood and components. I've always got these materials, I'm not just, no point taking one. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I need. I need to grab stuff to build stuff. So off we go. Marko and I off on another whirlwind adventure. Don't know what that's from, but yes. But yeah, But yeah, let me know if you have any ideas for other games and things. I always enjoy playing new and wonderful things. I'm starting to wanting to think about mods for this war of mine, just because it's a game that I've played most of all with lots of times in the past, but I've just done it with new people, with new objectives. I was wondering if anyone knew any fun challenges or fun mods that I could have a go at to try and see if this improves it at all. Damn, my frame rate's still being shocking, unfortunately. Hopefully the audio's coming through okay. Should do. But yeah. It's one of these. This is perfect. Perfect. So much wood and stuff. Great. And that could be my full thing. Might as well check. Oh yes, this is the one where we can actually trade with the person. I remember this one back in my challenge where I had to try and kill everybody. This one was a particular challenge. Ooh, we've been robbed. Maybe I can give him back the medicine I just found? And maybe that will give me, I can trade some more stuff for him. Because I don't think I need medicine at the moment, which is important. Yes, I'm not going to go downstairs. I know if I go downstairs, people get angry. If you go downstairs, it's seen as an aggressive act, and so they try to stop you. I'm hoping I can trade with this person, though. Here we go. If I drop this off, I could probably get some stuff from him. Ooh, some lockpicks is good. If I get... It's still very generous of me. See, this is how this trading works, and I quite like this sort of trading. It gives you, like, different bands. So at this point, it's showing that if I do that, I'll probably get some nice karma points in the long run, maybe. But it's also in a position of where I can, say, do this, and there's a point at which it will start to say, if I were to start doing this, yeah, that's pretty much the other extreme. Bandages are so useful and so worthwhile that that is not going to be on. However, if I do this, you can start to see that there is a point at which they start to say, fine, we can have a deal. So I'm going to chuck in 2 of this and grab that, which I think is worthwhile for me for now. Wood is more important in the early game. It's later on when meds and things start to become very important. There is an element of trying to stockpile very early on, but I think that we are good besides that. Anyway, I'm going to run off to the exit, and we're going to do a second day and just see how things roll. Oh, but yes. I will probably say now that any videos on this channel are going to end up being quite sporadic in when they're released, mainly because now that I'm working full time, I don't really have as nice a schedule to be able to just record batches. So at the moment I'm kind of recording one at a time and just getting through them as quickly as I can. Oh no. Okay, we've been raided. Possibly the worst time this could happen, and I can see a lot of things down here, which means things could have been stolen. Let us see. Both of them got slightly wounded. They stole a single water and a single food. Okay, we are happy with that. We've got enough stuff as well to help. So my plan of action is, you're slightly wounded. We also, another thing that I think is really great about this game is you get these bios as well, which kind of builds up its own stories. So each character will have their own thing, and I think day 3 is a predetermined point at which they all start to set up. So I'm just going to readjust my mic. There we go. So you can see here that this, for example, latter is talking about the war in general, and how you learn to live with the war and how everything works. Eventually this will come down and you'll be able to see a lot more information about each of them. So Zlata's talking about surviving through the war. Livia doesn't have anything to say. Marko doesn't have anything to say yet. Cool. Livia, I'm afraid you're going to need to do your duty, because you're the good cook. Whereas you two are going to do some other bits and pieces. I think the best plan of action is to get you to make a crowbar, because a crowbar can both be used as a weapon, but also for breaking into things. Marko, you can go to bed, actually. It's worth having them sleeping, because otherwise you forget, and you end up not being able to get them all rested in time, and it's very, very tricky. You can see you can also get vegetables, in which case you can get 2. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough water to feed people today, which is going to come into the next bit of management, which is, yes, we can get some food later on in the day. In fact, Marko, before you go to bed, make one of these. But unfortunately, you do this, and you can eventually go to another level, which is very hungry, and then starving, and then it gradually gets worse and worse. So that's why it's a bit of a problem if you start to cascade, but you can actually give a couple of days without becoming too problematic. First thing first, actually, I might as well do this. Ooh, barterer. Zlata bolsters spirits. Maybe she'd be a good negotiator once she's done bandaged herself up. There we go. Maybe we can get some water. You are slightly wounded and hungry, but maybe we can get some water here. Maybe if actually you set up that, and then talk. Here. See, vegetables, perfect. That could be very good for getting 2 loads of food out. But it would be a question of what do I give in return. I've got some good stuff, but nothing amazing unless I want to give this up. I could give this, because at the moment we don't really need it, and it could give me enough for this, which is enough to feed us for today, and maybe that? No. This is very useful because it's like an immediate source of food. It's like the stuff and the water all in one. But doing this, I think, is the best way. If I spam some water. Okay, I can't get all of the water, but I can get most of it. What's coal? That is a new addition. I'd never actually seen coal. And apparently it's very common. This could be quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. I never... Like, back when I used to play, it was only just regular... Died for my voice. Oh, no. It's picked up again. It's just taking a while. Apologies if you get some weirdness. But anyway. Let us click deal and bring this through, and then I can say goodbye, because yeah. Cool. So while Livia is sorting that out, I'm going to send Zlata off to try and break through this section. There's also this down here, and unfortunately we also have a pile of rubble here. I mean, I can make a shovel to help me get through that, but that's maybe not the best use of my resources today. How much resources do I have? I've got a decent chunk of wood actually, which would be quite useful. And what's it called? And only 12 components though, I think, is the troubling bit. Oh, nope. If you go up here and still break through that, please. I almost accidentally sent someone the wrong way. Not the most intuitive to control actually, because you have to just kind of click on other people to make them do things. But sometimes you can actually click past them. Anyway, let's get some food on the go before I forget. But yes. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more sporadic with my uploads, as I was mentioning earlier. But I hope you guys still enjoy and still push forward. I mean, the reception on my first video is actually amazing. I wasn't expecting so many people who had watched in the past to be watching still. And it was really nice to see some people who have obviously been following my stuff for a while. It was super nice to see messages. So yeah, please do keep messaging and suggesting things to the future. I'm sure to take in, and I can read, well, of course I read all the messages, there are very few of them at the moment, so I purposefully will try to take on board anything that gets said. If I do this, then I can start to put together some good food. I know it's taking so long without a shovel, but yeah. I should probably get her to bandage herself up after this as well. Sorry about the frame rate, it's really choppy. Like it was at 2 for a moment there, now it's jumped back up, but yeah. I'm guessing it is a rather old game now at this point. No, yeah, it's an interesting one. Oh, but no. But yeah, how have you guys been through this whole exciting couple of years? It's been a bit of a strange one, to be honest. And in fact, I'm actually in quite a proximity at the moment. Quite a few people I know have suddenly got COVID, meaning that I'm just trying to keep myself safe and everything. And I hope everybody out there is keeping themselves safe and looking after themselves. And hope you all have a good Christmas break or whatever you are, if you're off at all over the new year. Anyway. Come on, Marko, you need to be waking up soon. The main target is always to try and get this place emptied out as quickly as possible. Ooh, Marko, perfect timing. You can break through that one. I'm not sure what to do with Livia though. I suppose we can have a see if you can upgrade this. Upgrading these things, you see you've got the arrow as well as the using symbol. It's very useful to upgrade because you can get things like upgrades to the whole house, so you can start to keep people out a bit better. See, it creates a lot of resources, but it is still very useful. But yeah, so that's something I'm going to be thinking about doing going forward. Ooh, some pills and some water and some books. That's very nice. Once that's done, Marko, you can actually eat, which will be very good. We've got plenty of time in the day. I think you only need to sleep for like 4 hours, so it actually is fine. because now Zlata can now go and sleep. Which is great. Oh, actually, no. If I save that and make you eat and you break. There we go. Sorry, I just realised that if I can't wake her up to eat at any point while she's sleeping. So this, yeah, that would have made me in a bit of a position where I couldn't do much at all. But yes. The first few days are always a bit longer, but as you can see, we're about to get some more water. There. Thankfully, water automatically adds, so you don't have to go collect it, which is a nice little addition. Once I've done this one, though, and I have made Marko eat it, I can then end the day, and we'll go and do some more scavenging. Perfect. The one thing that was locked gives me a lockpick, which is a bit redundant, but what are you going to do? One of the challenges I was thinking of doing at some point was the well-fed challenge, which is you have to try and get everyone to well-fed and keep them there. Technically, what that means is you have to feed them every single day, which isn't necessarily possible. It may be easier to do with one person, so I may do a one-person run with that, but it is a bit of a tricky one. I did get my team well-fed when I was doing the long version, where I eventually went over a Christmas period and ended up giving them a feast on Christmas the best I could. But yes, let's end this day and go into the night. So, yeah, you sleep, you guard, you scavenge. Same thing. We've got this new selection of places. The military outpost looks terrifying, so I'm not going to go there. The semi-detached house. The half of it's a ruin, and the other half, there are people in there that seem friendly. If I try and sneak in and just get the abandoned part here, maybe I can start to make enough to make a weapon. And once I've got a weapon, I can then go to the supermarket. I think that's my plan. I do have a crowbar, which gives me the ability to get through things. I'll also take a lockpick, because I don't want... The issue with the crowbar is it can make a lot of noise, which is actually quite one of the more interesting parts of this entire setup, is that at night time you get this noise that reverberates around you, and if you are not careful, people will find you and will be angry for you being there. Okay, you can see that there are people upstairs. You want to avoid seeing them seeing you, because there is this place over here where you can get through and avoid and get a lot of stuff. So if okay, they've seen me. If I hide here, you'll start to see what happens. And they may start to shoot at me. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping I don't have a death in day 3. I think there's a way of actually avoid... I don't think they can see me yet. I don't think they're going to attack yet, because I don't think if they jump down here they can't get back. But they are kind of just staying there. Okay, they're going. They're moving away. I'm pretty sure they saw me. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, you just stay where you are, please. That's absolutely fine. I don't particularly want to kill anyone today. But now you're there, you're going to attack me if I try and do anything. Yeah, this has become a bit of a trickier night of things. I wasn't expecting it to be so intense. Got a pretty bad roll of the dice on the places I could start at. I'm hoping this guy jumps up and I can make a run for it to grab at least these resources. I mean, I could technically have broken in up here, which would have been an interesting one. Yeah, you need some rest. You go to bed. You go to bed. There you go. You've off to bed. And then you're going to walk back over here, but I'm going to choose the perfect moment to grab some materials. And I'm just going to grab all of this, and I'm going to go down and get out of the way for you. You cannot see me. You will not attack me. I'm not going to be shown. Here we go. This is the best plan of action. It says to not hide, but what else do you want me to do? Do you want me to go, hey, shoot me? Not a single bit of wood. Is that the only thing? Yeah, if I'm able to get some saw blades, I can get through here. But, yeah, that's not great. See? They're just going to shoot me. Wait, they're aiming at me. I think I just saw that person aiming at me, so I'm not particularly happy. This is a really bad night, actually. I don't really want to steal, because there's stuff... I thought this was a bit better of a place to grab stuff. But you know, you never can do stuff really. I mean, if I go up here, I should be able to just at least pick this lock and have a look inside. I don't think the picking the lock itself will cause me any angry. Will cause them to be angry. If I look through here and I open this door, yeah, everything here is belonging to them. And I'm not a big stealer this early on, because you can get people to be sad for actions that they do. So, but I'm running back drastically under. There's also a medicine cabinet there. You know what? I think that could be a useful thing to hold on to for later. Off I go. Run for it. And that's where I'm going to end it today. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Do by all means fill the comment section with suggestions for things to do in the future. Obviously at the moment I'm just playing through a normal game, but it would be lovely to see what's going on.